What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Pnoid News. Man, listen, so in case you've been under a rock for the past, fucking 2-3 weeks or whatever the case is, there's been some crazy things going on. And one of the big things that's popping off right now is the Puff Daddy story. And I decided, I was like, you know what, man, listen, I've been around since the very beginning of this, right? Like, I'll be honest with you. I was out in like 1998 in Bellevue Towers hanging out with the guys from Making the Band, which is one of Puffy's like fucking groups, right? And I was out there freestyling and flowing with him and shit. It was fucking nice, back in the day, because I was like an aspiring rapper. And if you were part of this scene as a whole, like everybody was well aware of exactly what the fuck was going on, right? Back in the day, before there was like the internet, nobody really had any reach, right? Nobody had any ability to affect any real, change and shit. And you assume that there was always somebody else who was like up above you who was going to probably be watching out and seeing what's going on. Like this was always the assumption. It's the same assumption that the anti-Trumpers or the people who think that Biden's a good idea, they assume that there's adults in the room, right? This is something that, once you get older and you start really doing a little bit of, you do any cursory research, you understand that there aren't any adults out there, right? Like everybody's kind of on the same level. And people assume things, right? They because you have a lot of midwittery, right? How do I put this? I think Yarvin said it best. He said, listen, the closer you are to power, the real power, the more you realize that there isn't anybody with any actual real power, right? That there's nobody to fucking charge. And these thoughts will keep you up at night if you're intelligent, right? This acceptance of this idea that there just isn't anybody to fucking charge, right, is something that's kind of crazy. And this is where midwits and people who are lower IQ, they'll stand here and they'll just go, hey, look, I don't think that these I don't want to think the fact that government isn't really in control, right? They'll either go to God or they'll just have this crazy belief in government as a god, right? And that's kind of where we are. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of what this is. So let's start this story from the beginning, right? There was a music label called Columbia. Columbia Records has been around since the 1930s and the very beginnings of music in America. They actually own patents of the phonograph and things of this nature. This record label, right, has taken advantage of people for a very, very long time. I don't know if you ever heard about the old R&B singers back in the day. They got screwed over by music contracts, even the Beatles, at this point, when it really comes down to it. Most people weren't paid properly. They weren't getting their per diems, there was a lot of this shady ass nonsense, right? And in the 1970s, a guy came up to be president, right, whose name was Clive Davis. And Clive Davis was a Jewish music producer who ended up giving a contract to Puff Daddy to start Bad Boy Records. Puff Daddy had started out under Uptown Records, who was working with Andre Harrell, right? He started off as a intern at the age of 22, and by 23 he had moved to middle management, and he ended up getting picked up by Clive Davis. Now, it's said that Clive Davis had a sexual relationship with Andre Harrell. But he also said that Andre Davis ended up having a sexual relationship with Puff Daddy. Now, Andre Davis also had Whitney Houston under his record label, who for some reason died in a hotel at a party he was having, and he just kept on partying. Crazy things happen in the music industry. But this record label that Puff Daddy started was named Bad Boy Records. Bad Boy Records had Craig Mack and Biggie Smalls, right? Biggie Smalls was a massive hit, and Craig Mack was much more on the pop side of things. You probably remember one of his records.
But flavor bit of batter, chitter chatter, matter than the Mad Hatter. I bet you buy come by fatter. I got the data, turn your body into antimatter. And just like a piece of sizzling, you'll fit inside my stomach with the eggs and grits between.
Now, Bad Boy's first albums dropped in 1994 with Craig Mack's Flavor in Your Ear, or Funk the World, right, which is the debut album, and then Ready to Die, also from Biggie Smalls in 1994. These were both classic albums, especially Ready to Die. It's considered one of the finest albums ever made in all of hip hop. Now, the same year or the year after, times are a little iffy, is when things really got crazy. This is when Usher, who L.A. Reid discovered, was sent to go live with Puff Daddy at the age of 14 or 15 years old. There has been a lot said about this. It said it was called Puffy's Flavor Camp. Yeah, you heard me right. This has been discussed about later on places like Howard Stern.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
So nobody.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure about what happened, man. Here, check this one out as well.
I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And I'm
What the fuck did Puff just say?
What the fuck indeed. But now, the same year, there was a pop star who was actually born. We would later go on to know him as Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber was discovered by a guy named Scotty Braun, who took him to Usher, who introduced him to Puff Daddy. And then Puff Daddy proceeded to spend 48 hours with this child. Check this out.
As soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come in LA. Yeah, it's gonna be yours. So, every time you come in LA, and then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion?
Yeah. 48 hours. Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose.
Fucking wild, right? Fucking insane ass shit that's been going on in just the music industry, just as a whole. You know, like all these crazy fucking rumors, man. Listen, things get more bananas than you actually think. So now that like we got to the point where like I am out of evidence as far as, you know, I mean, like just the pedophilia side of things. Let's go to like the homosexual crazy nonsense that's been going on apparently the entire time. Now we've all, like everybody's known Diddy's been a kind of, you know what I mean, a little fruity tooty and whatnot. This shit like legitimately has gotten very, very fucking like specific as of recently. So let's start off with the tape that was just released here recently by one of his bodyguards.
With Spike, son. Like all the champagne was Spike. Everybody was passed the fuck out. I don't drink, so I was playing that shit off like I don't fucking drink. I smoke. Like I smoke and I had my own weed, but like everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the fucking door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the fuck was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against his cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard this being like, yeah, daddy, when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all that shit because I was like, this Diddy.
And let's be honest here. All right, this is not like the first time that these allegations have came up. Here he was on Drink Champs a few years ago. Check this shit the fuck out.
Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this Drink
Where you
Champs.
put my bag
I like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at,
I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
It's
scrambling
right
and scraping for shit.
No, I got
I
notes
like
and
that.
shit. You know, I've been practicing. I got
Yeah.
Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this Drink
Where you
Champs.
put my bag
I like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at,
I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
It's right
scrambling
here,
and
it's right
scraping
here.
when you
It's right here,
scrambling and
it's right
scraping for
here.
shit. No?
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go over that one.
Make a
That
wish.
one.
Just blow it out. It's your birthday every day.
Every day's your birthday on Drink Champs, goddammit. I'm in.
Where I look
Did you
back
miss
on
me?
where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real? Because I'm
I
saying,
miss-
it seems like a thing
I
with
miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party.
Puff, man. I
Man,
miss
but I'm
partying
talking about
with
for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying? Eyes.
And so, like, yo, listen here. You want to, like, man, so sometimes the stories that this shit comes out of is, like, just, you couldn't ask for, like, somebody better to be telling this story than just, like, some old dumb motherfucker, right? This is this dude, Kefi D. He is the quintessential dumb motherfucker, right? Legit, he's just there as like just a heavy head. He's a work motherfucker, right? Like he's a dude there to put in work. He there because he's big and he's strong as an ox, but he's dumber than the bag of hammers. But you gotta watch this, bro. It's like listening to like your fucking like your great uncle talk about this shit, who's a little slow. Yo, check this. You're gonna love this.
Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, you told me before that you was at a party before that they attended and you said the party was weird. Tell me about that.
Okay, this is boxer. His name Twan. He's from our neighborhood. He was married to Tanisha Arnold. The broad played Pam on Martin Lawrence. We went to the party with her. I mean, it was matter of fact, it was a set it off party. Jada Pinkett, Vivica Fox, all of them was there. You know what I'm saying? It was just, seemed like Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird shit going on, you know what I'm saying? The vibes ain't there. I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man. He was 6'9". They called him, his name 6'9". He had the red hair with a big old booty and shit. Nobody was gay and I'm over. What the fuck is going on here? It's just a lot of weird shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what Tupac, I guess he wanted to get up out of the Illuminati or something. But I seen her there. Matter of fact, MC Lyte pulled off with Tanisha Arnold. You know what I'm saying? In her brand new 560, black one. Yeah, that shit weird, dude. Yeah, that's some weird ass shit going on, you know? Yeah.
And what was Tupac doing at the party, yo?
Him and Puff was there together. They was there, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't know how they fucking fell out or nothing like that. They was road dogs, you know what I'm saying? They even got pictures of him. He got on that blue sweater with the turtleneck. Him and him hugged up like this with the black hat. Have you ever seen that picture?
Nah, I don't recall, but I'm pretty sure I came across it.
Yeah. That picture there, they was at that party that day. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of weird shit. That whole fucking, yeah, that shit weird, dude. Yeah, bunch of, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no gay basher or nothing. I mean, none of that shit, but that shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That whole party was weirdoed out. Yeah, and it was Jada Pinkett. What?
You saying the whole party was weird. What did you see at the party that made it weird? I mean, I'm confused.
I guess it was the Illuminati. It's just weird.
All right. So like anybody who is like really interested in like more of this type of shit, you know what I'm saying? I would recommend that you would go listen to somebody named Jaguar Wright. But like for everybody else, I just kind of wanted to get y'all kind of like up to speed as to where shit is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do like another video probably on like Will Smith and his fuck shit that he's been up to. You know what I mean? And like, just there's a lot of like fucking strange, weird, crazy stuff. Because I heard Ashton Kutcher even got caught up in this here recently. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, legitimately, I don't fucking know. But like, yo, look. I'm Tom Pease with Pnoid News. You know what I mean? Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this motherfucking video, enjoy this content. I'm going to holler at y'all later. I got to get up out of here. I got to go to work. Peace.